Here today for the benefit of those that are joining us for the first time. Some people don't know what E.B.O.N.Y stands for and what the pageant itself stands for or the organization. I will take a bit time out to explain what we do and what we are on about. And if there's any question, there will be Q&A at the end of the event. Then feel free to ask the question. At the moment, I think we've got like 7 or 8 contestants, which is very good. But I want to advise everyone now that it's good for you to participate in the workshop, like participate in everything that we're doing because it all counts at the end. I will say more about that later because of those that are not contestants on the platform. But once again, I want to welcome everyone to Miss E.B.O.N.Y Ambassador UK 2021 Contestant Workshop. And we'll be taking the makeup workshop today. We've got 7 skills and we'll be starting with makeup. As I said, this workshop is open to everyone. So it's an avenue for you to learn a new skill. E.B.O.N.Y Ambassador CIC is a community interest company with the main aim to empower the young people through skills. And the skills varies from hair braiding to sewing, beading, makeup, rhymes and embellishment, baking, and so on. And we'll be bringing a lot on board as time goes on. But what we're passionate about is skills transfer. So this pageant is different from the usual pageants. As we all know, looking at how we have some very tall, we have some very slim, we have some on the big side. We're not concerned about how you look. We're concerned about what you want to give to the community, what you want to give to people, what legacy do you want to leave. But for us, we believe that instead of you giving someone a fish, you teach the person how to fish. So skills are something that you will live with all your life. So that's why we're very passionate about what we do. The skills is at the core of what we do, transferring skills. So aside the pageant, as an organization, we run other workshops in the community. So we've worked with children during summer holidays. We call it summer craft class or classes. So it's particular also to empower the young people through skills. We've done a lot of programs. We named some like Catch Them Young. All this that we're doing is like looking at where I'm coming from. Skills is something you pick up as a child, but here it's not like that. And because of what I've benefited in skill, I came into this country years ago and I struggled, as everybody will struggle coming from another part of the country. I struggled even when I gained admission. I was still braiding people's hair, and money from the hair was what I used in sponsoring myself in uni, both postgraduate and undergraduate. So that's why I'm very, very passionate in what I am doing. And I want people to really pick up skills. It will help you in the long run. So E.B.O.N.Y Ambassador, I am the pioneer, and a lot of people that are on the platform, some of the team, they understand the concept of what I'm on about. That's why they are with us. And they are also passionate about skills transfer. Before last year that we start getting funding, everything we've done it with our own money. Everything that we've done for this organization is just people that are really passionate to do things for the community. So it's not all about the money. They actually said that, yeah, if you could do things without money, that means when you have money, you will do more than what you have done before. So I think that's the foundation of what we have done and what we intend to do or keep doing. So for those that are still joining us, that are new, I guess you understand what the organization stands for, but if not, there are more on our website, which we'll also put on the chat button, chat box. Yeah, I still got more time, but with my time, I would like to say everyone should introduce themselves because we're a few here, so let's take advantage of the opportunity. So I will start with the names I'm seeing here. Although it's Funke. Funke, please unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
Myself. Hi everyone, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Oluwafumike, but you can call me Funky. I'm actually Miss E.B.O.N.Y Ambassador in 2018. And I'm also the CEO of Afunki Beauty Limited as well, which deals with makeup products and services. It's nice meeting every one of you.
Thank you, Funke. The next person here is Angela. Please unmute yourself and introduce yourself. And if you're not okay to talk, you could drop a message on the box. But it would be nice for you to just say hello to us.
Hello, my name is Naomi, but I'm using my mom's because I couldn't sign in with my own. I was having problems logging in. So I've been trying to change the name, but I can't seem to change the name, but it's Naomi. I'm one of E.B.O.N.Y Ambassador's CIC contestants.
Thanks, Naomi. The next person here is Cherry Berry.
Hi everyone, it's nice seeing you here. Cherry Marshall. I'm the CEO of Doneri Elegance. It's also a beauty brand. I do part-time PSA working with kids, and I do so many things. Anyway, you get to know as we go ahead.
Thank you so much for that brief introduction. The next person here is Chima. Chima, please unmute and
Hello everyone, my name is Chima Diala. I am a contestant in the Miss E.B.O.N.Y Ambassador UK 2021. I am excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Chima. The next person is Janet.
Hi everyone, my name is Janet. I'm a model and fashion influencer. I'm contestant 12 of Miss E.B.O.N.Y Ambassador UK 2021. Thank you for the opportunity to be here.
The next person is Jessica.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica and I'm a contestant in Miss E.B.O.N.Y 2021 pageant. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, the next person is Margaret.
Hello, wonderful, beautiful people. My name is Margaret Adensi. It's a pleasure to be here and to meet you all. I'm contestant number 5, representing Nigeria in the beautiful Miss E.B.O.N.Y Ambassador UK 2021. I look forward to meeting and knowing you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. The next person is Marima. I don't think she might want to talk because she Marima, can you talk? Okay.
Marge, I'm just popped outside quickly, so I'm sorry guys, I'm at work. Can you hear me? Because I can't hear you. Okay. So I'm at work right now. I'm contestant number 7. I'm really excited and I'm happy to be here and grateful for this opportunity. Yeah, I'll join. I finish soon, so I'll be active later on. So I'm just gonna get back inside. Sorry guys. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Marima. The next person here is Samira.
Hi everyone, hello, my name is Samira Mensah. I'm representing Ghana. I am a contestant in the Miss E.B.O.N.Y Ambassadors UK contest and I am contestant number 3. Lovely meeting you all.
Thank you. The next person is Margaret, the other Margaret. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Margaret Akiore. I'm looking forward to having everyone on this journey, on this beauty journey, and I'm contestant number 8. Thank you.
Who else? There's Vic. Please, can you unmute? Okay, maybe she's not able to talk. There is another person here with VR. Please, can you introduce yourself? Maybe the VR is not able to talk. Goldie Ola, please, can you introduce yourself?
Sorry, I'm Vivian. I'm just going to pick up the child up on the road. Yeah, okay. Vivian. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks, dear Vivian. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. Goldie, please, can you unmute? Goldie, can you unmute yourself and introduce yourself, please?
Oh, sorry, I stepped out for a bit. Okay, hi everyone. Sorry, I'm not really here. I'm just here for support. So, hi everyone, I'm Goldie. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, you're on mute, Irene.
I'm sorry, Grace, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hiya, my name is Grace Oladoke. I'm a Nigerian. Can everyone hear me, please? Hello?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah, my name is Grace Oladoke, and I'm a Nigerian. What else? I'm happy to be part of this skills acquisition program, and I do hope I'm going to learn a lot and also be able to transfer skills to others. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Irene, you're on mute. Yes, you're on mute.
Sorry, if you haven't introduced yourself and you're here, please can you do that before we move to the next agenda? I might have missed your name. You can unmute and just introduce yourself, please. Okay, in the absence of that, I want to assume that we've all introduced ourselves. Once again, I want to thank you all for coming and welcome you to our first skill empowerment workshop for Miss Ebony Ambassador UK pageant 2021. Without wasting more time, I would like to introduce Cherry. I might not introduce her properly, but pardon me, Sherry, she will do justice to that introduction. But I brought her to this platform because we've worked together in the past and I've seen her grow in the industry in terms of makeup. She owns her own makeup brand and she's really doing well in terms of what she's doing at the moment. So I really appreciate her and I will want you to hear from her. Please, over to you, Cherry.
Thank you again, Irene, for bringing me and always bringing me into Miss Ebony Ambassadors. I'm happy to see that more people are coming in. I should say, I'm not fully involved, but I've always been involved. I've seen the journey since Miss Ebony started the first year, and I was privileged to be the first person to do makeup training. And it was exciting, like she said earlier on. Everything she's ever did is with her money. I was in Coventry at that time. I had to travel with my own money just to support her to go and do training. I have to leave my family, carry my bags. So as a woman and as a person who is very ambitious, I'm so happy to see her grow. And it's just saddening that I am in Scotland and can't do much, but I'm happy to be here with you. Thank God we have Zoom. I'm happy to be here with you all in Zoom. Like Funke was there. I think I trained Funke. It was amazing going there to do her makeup. And she said, oh, I know how to do makeup. And ever since, Funke has just keyed on with me. She's opened her store. She asked me, she sells makeup, but she's also asking me for my product for her to put it in her shop. So it's kind of a good thing when you cannot connect with everybody. It's fine, but it's good that you get to connect with people. And I so appreciate Funke. You know, she knew what she knows, but then she was very humble when I was there. And she just said, oh, don't worry, I'll do my own makeup. I can do my own makeup. But then ever since we just connected and we talk on a one-to-one basis, not all the time, but it's good. And so for me, before I say anything about myself, I hope you guys stay on and continue this journey. Like the most amazing thing is not that journey where you have to go on stage and expose yourself and leave yourself naked. You're learning something at the end of the day that you can take with you. Skills is very good. Like Irene introduced herself, I can braid. How I started my journey with my own brand, for a couple of years, over 10 years ago, Mary Kay, I have people selling me Mary Kay, asking me to join Mary Kay. 1 year I joined and nothing was coming and I left. And the second time I joined, it was because it was somebody very close to me, my brother's wife. And I'm like, okay, let's go into the journey together, because I knew she was just going to take me on and take me on. But then when I become more serious and wanted to sell stuff, Mary Kay is still quite expensive. It is a good product, I wouldn't lie. I swear by their foundation, but it's expensive, especially when I tried to come out with it, trying to reach people back home. People couldn't pay for it. So it's funny how I just started my first degree at doing public health at Coventry University. And then at that same time, something just dawned on me, was like, why can't you just do your own makeup? There's one thing I want to say. As a person, as an individual, the first thing was I wasn't afraid to fail. Sometimes we are afraid to fail. Sometimes we embark on things that we think, oh, is this going to work for me? It's okay for it not to work. When I started, I was okay. That is why I advise people who come to me and ask for advice. I advise people that when you want to do a business, don't take your life savings and put it into a business. It is difficult. I started my business with 50 pounds, believe it or leave it. I started this journey with 50 pounds. Just 50 pounds, I decided to create something, to make something, and just see how people are just going to embrace it. Not being Mary Kay, not being Fenty Beauty, not being all the top brand. And so at that point, I was like, okay, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least I haven't gone to break a bank. I haven't gone to take a loan. I haven't used my life savings or whatever to put into a business. And then that is how the struggle started. And today, October would make my brand 5 years. It's still not easy. It's 5 years, but it's still not easy. We are still crawling. We all know when it comes to small business and you have to do things yourself. But then I thank God because, and there's one thing that keeps me going. Like Irene said, over the holidays, you still do workshop with little kids. When you have the humanitarian feeling, which is what I have come from a family where I've seen my mom back home before coming to the UK. I grew up back home. I wasn't born here. I came around in my 20s. I've seen my mom pick up kids from the street, bringing them to the house and helping them. And some of these kids are in university. Some of these kids are working. And that is the household that I've grown up from. And so when my mommy came to the UK and I was left, I saw myself doing the same thing. So it's been one thing or the other. Coming to the UK, I left so many kids back home. I also have to support them. I have to do things for them. So I need something. So when I embarked on my journey, I was like, okay, so this money, this business is actually not to put food on my table. It's a business where I take the profit and help kids back home. So I think that has given me the push to even continue, because with the business, I know how many kids, how many people's life that I'm touching on the way. And just 2 or 3 years ago, I ventured into getting 60 women on wheelchairs. These are disabled women, 60 women on wheelchairs. So I'm using this profit and giving it back to them. The way I am giving it back to them is the way Irene is giving it back to you guys. I employ people back home to train them, makeup. We did a whole year of makeup, and then Corona came. I went back, I saw them, we had some activities going on, I registered them. Those 60 women has over 100 kids, you can't believe it. And these women, we all know, if you're from Nigeria or Ghana or wherever, we all know that these disabled people, most of them are out in the street begging. It's not like here they live on every benefits and stuff. They're out in the street begging. And because they're out in the street begging, these kids go with them begging. So these kids are also missing out on education. So I am using what I have to send back to these people. Some of them are quite able. Some of them are in wheelchairs. So I'm encouraging, like you're here coming to learn how to do makeup. You might not want to take it on as a business. It's okay. But you can have these skills and transfer it to somebody who will bless you one day and say, oh, because she taught me, because she showed me, I'm now owning a business. So it is quite good for you to just pay attention and enjoy your journey as you go along. I wasn't a makeup artist. Like I said, I was in Coventry University. I was doing my first degree in public health. And then I took up makeup. And it was so difficult. Imagine have to push, you have to advertise. So it's a small business. How do you reach people? But then there's just one thing. I was going to use this to bless people. And this is what I want to do. So we went side by side. And after that, I didn't even take up a job. I was like, I'm not going to take up a job. I need to push this to see how far it would go. And I saw success. And like I said, with me having to deal with these women, I wasn't working. This is the money I used to support this women. And I pray to God every day that God, with whatever small, even if it's one pallet I sell for the day, is going to bless somebody's life. So having a skill is not just for you to own a business. Having a skill is for you to bless somebody else's life. We can bless people's life without giving them money. If you know how to bake, you can bake and say, okay, even in your community in England where we find ourselves, oh, I'll bake this cake and sell it for £2 and £3 and you donate it. God is going to bless. I'm very spiritual, guys. God is going to bless you for that. Because with these blessings, I hope I'm not preaching here, with these blessings, I've seen God transform my family. I've seen God giving me a happy life because I am one person who believes I don't want to bless somebody and start begging you, oh, come and give me £1. Oh, come and give me £2 because I want to go and give somebody. Nobody asked me to go and give somebody. So why should I be testing other people's life to go and give somebody? So it's like my business is what I get through to bless these people's life, to change these people's life. It's a whole lot of story down the line. But then, like I said, me talking here is also just nurturing you, is also just telling you, is also just encouraging you that I know it's Zoom, it may not be lively, but if you put your attention to it and if you practice, you would gain something. I know the person coming to teach you here, she went through all what you're going through and she won the Miss E.B.O.N.Y contest, and she's your past queen. A queen is always a queen. So she's going to talk to you and she'll also tell you how she enjoyed her journey. But Irene knows, even though I'm far, whenever she calls on me, Cherry, I'm always here. And as you go through your journey and you feel like, oh, Cherry, I feel connected with Irene, I feel connected with Cherry, I want to have a word with her. Irene, feel free to give them my number. You can always contact me. So this is how Doneri has gone. And Doneri Elegance, my brand is Doneri Elegance. I have my websites online. Yes, I have my husband who is the backbone of everything. Sometimes you need somebody who supports you. You need that support. If you don't have that support as well, you do not stand. It can be your mom, it can be your sister, it can be somebody elsewhere that would give you that hand of support. We all need that support. So don't close yourself as you're going through the journey. I'm sure what you don't understand, you can always go back to Irene, and then she would always open up. You can always go back to Afunke. She will open up. She's mentioned so many journeys you guys have to go through. So I hope that you guys are not going to relent and you're going to hold this up as you get along. Feel free to ask me any questions. Feel free to message me anything. With Doneri Elegance, I've got Doneri Aid, which is the aid which I'm trying to even reach out more beyond people who are just disabled women. I have people who come in our inbox, oh, would you pay for me school fees? But I don't just pay school fees. I have to assess where my money is going. I'm not just going to send you money to pay school fee because I want to say, oh, Cherry has paid somebody's school fees. No. So that is how my journey, I've cried. It hasn't been rosy. I've cried. I've lost money. Imagine I'm in Scotland. I have to ship things back home. I have to like double ship. I ship from here to England, from England back home. I ship from here to England, from England to Ghana. Sometimes I remember when I started, my whole lipstick was a mess. But that is how business, that is how, it's not all rosy. So this is what you have to know as well. In your journey, it's not all rosy. It's how important and how committed and your dedication, and you're thinking, what am I doing this for? Am I doing this to show off? Am I doing this for people to just know that I'm owning a business? Am I doing this for people to just be in the status quo? No. Make sure you have a purpose of doing what you want to do. Make sure coming to Miss E.B.O.N.Y, if you have a purpose, coming to Miss E.B.O.N.Y, that purpose will make you finish right at the end. Even if you are not crowned the winner, you are going to go out here, like she said, you're not coming to expose your body and feel like, oh, you've lost your life. No, you're coming here to learn skills. So at the end of the day, if you're not the crown winner of Miss E.B.O.N.Y ambassador, you are meeting people. You are connecting with other people, and you are learning something that maybe at the end of maybe 2 years down the line, you say, oh, let me go back to baking, let me go back to hairdressing, let me go back to what I learned. And then maybe that time your journey will take you through. So I hope I've made sense and I've not talked too much. I will end here for now. Thank you, Irene.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Cherry.
Cherry, thank you so much.
Cherry.
You actually spoke my mind, knowing that we've come a long way and you've been part of us from the day one. So I appreciate you so much and I wish you all the best in your career. Question will come later. I know you just came back from work, so even if you want to get busy, but just know that we still have questions for you.
Okay.
So without wasting any time, I'll be going straight to our queen. As she said, once a queen is always a queen. So we'll be going to Queen Funke, Miss Funke Diamond. She is the one that will be taking the makeup session today. For all the contestants in the platform, open your eyes very well because you will use all this later. I'm just joking. But Funke, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Auntie Irene. I really appreciate the opportunity all the time. And thanks so much to Cherry because you've actually downloaded what we needed to learn. Like each time I find people to talk, I learn something from it. No knowledge, no advice is of waste. You will always gain something from people, no matter how wise or how experienced you are. So I'm grateful for the little talk. I gained something. Let me just summarize it. I gained something. So we're going to be starting the makeup lesson. But before then, I'm just going to explain some things about makeup. Some of us might be familiar with this before, and some of us might not be familiar with this. As I've said, my name is Funke. I'm a makeup artist. I forgot to mention earlier on. And also I've got my own makeup brand as well, which is Funky Beauty. Also the Miss E.B.O.N.Y 2018. It was God. So there's something we call makeup, and we all know makeup. People say makeup is for you to look good, but it's not just for you to look good. What I realized about makeup is that it's for you to feel good as well. I'm not saying apply makeup because you want to just look good. There's a certain way you feel. I feel very confident when I wear makeup. I feel like I can talk to anybody. I feel like I can conquer anything when I'm on makeup. Some people are very, very comfortable with their skin, like I mean their natural skin. Some people are very comfortable with probably their hair, but I'm very comfortable when I wear makeup, and that's the reason why I had passion for makeup. So wearing makeup, we've got two types of skins. We've got oily skin. You have to know your skin type. We've got oily skin and we've got a dry skin. Every skin tones needs a moisturizer. For a very good flawless makeup, no matter how oily your skin might be, you still need to moisturize your skin, because this is like a prep. It's like when you want to paint a house, you need to prep the house. Like that's why they use sandpaper, to rub some places to get it smooth before they put the paint on it. It's just the same thing with our skin. We need to prep our skin, and just by moisturizing the skin, there's something we call primer in makeup, and there are two types of primer as well. We've got mattifying, and also we've got moisturizing primer. So when you're oily skin, as I've said, you have to moisturize your skin. At the same time, you have to protect your skin from producing excess oil, and that's why you have to use a mattifying primer. Mattifying primer makes your makeup stay longer than moisturizing. Moisturizing at this illuminating look that looks like kind of your face is oily. Mattifying is everything we stay put to the end of the day. So when you're oily skin, after moisturizing your skin, you need a primer. Everyone needs a primer. Primer is a bridge between your skin and what you're applying, and it helps to protect your skin as well for any damages or any chemical, because this we are using a bit of chemical in them, so you have to be careful on what you apply on your face. So we need primer. If anyone is familiar with your foundation, when you're picking your foundation, if you're oily skin, you have to go for something mattifying, not oily, because you can't be applying oil on oil. That will make your makeup to stay. So as an oily skin person, you need something mattifying, and as a dry skin person, you can go for both mattifying and normal foundation. What do we need again? Sorry, I've got some notes in front of me, so if you see me looking up, I'm just trying to to read my points. And there is a way we can apply to have a very flawless foundation. We've got brushes, we've got beauty blender, but there are some type of brush. I think I've got some here for like an example. If not, the best way to apply a foundation, according to what I've done, like I've tried this method on my clients, I've tried it on myself, is to use a beauty blender. And beauty blender are the puff one. Sorry, I haven't got anyone here, but we all know how beauty blender looks like. It's the one on top there, please. The black one, yeah. Yes, thank you. Help me with the brush too, please. So beauty blender, as they're actually like this. They come in different colors as well. But before you use beauty blender, we don't use them directly like this, the way they are dry. It's good to make sure they are well damped. Damped is you put them in water and you squeeze out the excess water. These absorb product and make you work with your product gradually, like not like too much product at the same time. So it's like you trying to position your product at the right place. So this blends into your skin and give you the flawless look. What you can use as well is brush. And the kind of brush I look, this is part of a Funky Beauty brush. I love to use a blush that is well defined, like everything is smooth. I've got another one that is not even my brand. This is just a random one that I got online. So when they have flat like this makes you to press the product on your skin. When you're pressing the foundation, we are not rubbing, we are not like trying to paint. You want to dab them into your skin, and this makes the makeup, the product to stay on your skin. If you are trying to do this like you're painting, they leave lines and they are not going to be flawless. They won't blend well to your skin. So you need a good brush for your foundation. So I'm going to, because we've got less time, so I've got a model here, and I'm just going to demonstrate how to achieve a perfect eyebrows. And probably if I can do the whole look, I'm going to do it. But my focus is the eyebrows. To do your eyebrows, one thing you have to do, you have to prep your brows. If you have like hair, make sure your hair are well defined, like you can shape it. But if you're Muslim, some Muslims don't shape the eyebrows. There's a way we conceal them, to make it still look flawless. But one thing I do with eyebrows is before I apply anything on the eyebrows, we've got oily at our T-zones, and sometimes some people's eyebrows are always oily, so I try to prime the eyebrow first. But I'll be showing you everything as time goes and with my model. Yeah. Please. I hope you will see us very well. Yeah, there's one here as well. So this is that normal everyday makeup, but I've told her she's the So today is like an opportunity for me to, do eyebrows and correct her. She's going to learn alongside what we are doing here today. So as I've said, when you're working on the face, make sure your face is well clean. You're working on a plain background. So now I'm going to be wiping all she has on her face, and I'll be using the mozzarella water. Sorry, because this will help you to take out the makeup very well on her. Oh, you got a nice lashes. Yeah. So I'm just going to do it one more time. I'm just going to use a cotton tissue paper to just mask the water. So the first thing I do with the eyebrows, I've said, is to prime my eyebrow. And I love to use this mattifying primer. I got this primer in Nigeria anyway. So I love to use a bit of it to prime my eyebrow. This will soak in the oil. Sometimes you can use your setting powder. Just put the setting powder on it. and blend. Then I put this on the T-zone area as well, because most people oil and have the oily skin. Most people have like a full oily face, but some people with just the T-zone area. And I think most people actually pause out oil on the T-zone area. So I love to use the mattifying in the T-zone area. Then I'm going to using the other one, the moisturizing at the other areas of our face as well. So this is my favorite, one of my favorite, let me say, eyeshadow, eyebrow applicator. And this is from my brand. So it has like, it's a 3-in-1 brows. It has a tint and it has a pomade in the middle and it has a pencil. But normally I just use the tint parts. This will help me to brush the hair and to see what I'm going to be using the pencil side to do. So it helps to put the hair in place and to see what I'm going to draw. So I use the tint part to brush the hair. And I'm going to use the pencil side. This is done. So when you're drawing your eyebrows, to mention where the eyebrows, like the right place, the beginning, the middle, the end, you have to place your pencil or wherever you're using at the first corner of the eye, then the corner of the nose, the front part of the eye. This will give you where you're going to start. Some people will, like, they start their eyebrows very low, close to their eyelids. Some people start very far, but you have to make sure it actually starts here, because we've got different face shape and you have to make sure you draw your eyebrows. Depends on the face you're working on. So to get the middle where the hat is going to be as well, you just want to position this to the middle of the eyelid and also the nose as well, and sometimes we ask the people to raise your eyebrow up. See, the arc is always showing because it's always going up than the other part of the eyebrows. So the tail as well is going to be here, the end of the eye and the nose tip. So that's why I get to know where to start from and where to end the brows. Do not look down. Yeah. Then make sure you're not using a black pencil. Always go for a brown pencil. Blacks are just too ashy on people. It's not even advisable because our brows naturally are not like kind of black. So we draw like a slanting line down. When we get to the heart, we start to bend my hand downward. And I like to do the bottom part first, then come to the top part, draw it as well, but not getting it closer to the front one. Then when I get to the hack as well, I try to bend it downward. And this will join them together. Then I try to fade in the inside. Just a bit, not too much of product. Then I go back using the tint. I'm just repeating the same thing here. I hope I'm not too boring though.
No.
Okay. I'm not shaping the inside. Not light stroke. We always say that brows are not sisters. Sorry, they are not. They are twins. Oh, they are not twins or something like that. They are sisters. So sometimes you won't get the perfect brows, but you have to make sure they look seamless, like they look so perfect together. Sorry, I'm stressing my model. No, the concealer over there. Bring everything. Sorry, model. So now it's time to define the brows. When we are defining the brows, we use concealer for the bottom part, and we use foundation. Sometimes you can use foundation, but what you have to get is you have to use a lighter shade for the bottom part, and not like too lighter. It should be like 2 tones lighter than your skin, like your real skin tone. 2 tone or 1 tone lighter than your skin tones. But for the top part, we have to use the real shade, like the foundation shade. So today I'm using this Maybelline eraser, what's it called, concealer, and this is just like 2 tone lighter than our shade. This might even be your shade. And I'm going to grab a foundation as well. So I'm going to pick the light shade, which is the concealer. Then I start from the arc in here. Using a flat brush or an angle brush. Then I picked the color, like a foundation shade. I'm going to be using that one for the front part of the eyebrow. All these help to get a flawless look. They will be easy to blend, and it won't be too ashy as well. What I do is immediately when I do this, I just blend, because some concealers are matte, and if you leave them, it might be difficult for you to blend. It'll be so hard for you to blend them later. So I blend immediately as I draw them. I'll be doing the same thing to the other part of our eyebrow. Make sure they're all, like both of them are on the same line. Sometimes if I'm not too sure, what I do is I try to bring this one towards the other side, just to make sure they're on the same line, and later on I'll just wipe them off. I'll go to the other side and do the top part. Sorry. Thank you. So they can see. So for the top part, I'm using just a foundation shade. Excuse me. So when you get to the arc here, you have to slightly come down to join the bottom one. And this is the reason why I love to draw the bottom one first. Also, if there's any correction, you can adjust from the top. So that's it for the eyebrow. This front part, I'll be filling in the brows with another tint, and this one is a bit lighter than the one I used from Afunki. This is from Remil, London. I'm just gonna be using that because I want to give her this natural eyebrow look.
Have enough.
So the next thing I'm going to do for the eyebrow is, before we apply eyeshadow, we always make one mistake. Our eyelid, close your eyes, please. Everyone's eyelid is always darker. And if you apply your eyeshadow directly to the dark lid, you won't get the consistent, like the real shade of the eyeshadow. It won't be vibrant. So before you apply anything on your eyelid, what I normally do is the concealer that I use underneath, I just try to bring it downward to cover the dark area of the eyelid. So I brushed it downward to cover, and this will help to cover the dark area. So when I'm working on the skin, I can see my actual color, the eyeshadow color on our eye when I start working on the eyeshadow. Also, if you don't want to just use the concealer, if you want more color, if you want the color to pop out, what you can do again is to use an eyeshadow primer. And there are different types of eyeshadow primer. I think I've got the one from what brand is this? I don't know if anyone know this, P. Louis Bay something something. So I've got this primer from P. Louis. I won't say it's the best, but it still does the work. So we put the primer just to, give us more vibrant look. It pops out the color, especially when you're using bright colors, so it pops it out more. We want to always tap the product on it. So I've got this. I think I'll be doing natural for you. I'll be doing the natural for you. So always I've got like 3-step eyeshadow application, and it's just there's something we call matte and shimmery in eyeshadow. So the matte are just those that look like powder, like they haven't got any shiny things in them. They're just like powder and they're like this. And the shimmery ones are the one that has shimmers in them. So people sometimes they make mistake and put the shimmery at the transition place instead of the matte one. For a very flawless eyeshadow look, you need to use the shimmery on the eyelid and then the matte one as a transition. So for her, I'll be using this color. This eyeshadow is from Afunke as well. So I'll be picking this brown shade as my first transition color. I always say I've got 3 steps of eyeshadow application, and this is my first step, using this light shade as the transition color. So please close your eye. And here, let me come to the outside. Okay. So this is where you want to focus as transition. Transition is here, this place, down. And this is our lead where the shimmery will go to. So you should always focus on the outer part, pat the product on the outer part first, just this way. Is that your phone? Okay, alarm. Where are you going to? So pat the product on the outer part, this way that I'm doing. Then start working it into a crease. Just that way. So the second transition color I'll be using, I was going to go for a more bold color. So I'll be picking this one, this deep brown. So the first color you have to use has to be very light. The one that goes up will be light, and the one that follows it will be dark, will be deep color. So I'll be picking that brown plus purple. Patting it at the outer part. And it's good to use a bit, like don't pack all the product at once and be using it. Try and tap bit by bit, because this will help you to blend the makeup. So you tap bit by bit. My eyes is clear. So bit by bit at the top. Then I will go in using the first color to blend the two, because they must not see the beginning of the second one. So you have to make sure it's blended into the first one as well. So I can go ahead to stick prime my lid, or I can just go ahead to use another shade, and which is the shimmery color, because she's carrying a natural look. I don't want it to be too bold. So I'll be using this gold on a high lid. And I'm just tapping the product on it. So that's why I call it 3-way eyeshadow application. I'm only using 3 different colors. You can use 4, you can use 5, depends on what look you're trying to achieve. But I'm using this, and I'm going to be blending it as well into the ones I've created. Then go in, use the deep color again, and blend it into the skin. I'll repeat the same thing on this side. Just a quick one. How come you gonna stop this one?
Just put it across.
To stop.
Just swipe it across.
Okay.
The black one.
Just blending it as well. Sorry, I just want to stop the alarm, please. I'm going with this one. How many minutes have I got, Auntie Irene? How many minutes left? Oh, she can't hear me.
Baby song.
I don't think it's closer. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm not really sure.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, thank you. So the next thing I do after this is to apply a liquid liner. I can use a gel or a liner, but I love to use both. Depends on what I'm doing. So I'm going to be using the gel for a bottom waterline. You can also use a thick one or a real eyeliner gel. I'm using this NYX one. Now look up. Sorry. I know sometimes some people do skin work before the eyeshadow and the eyebrows, but for my own part, I love to just do this two part first, because if there's any mess, like all the fallout, I can wipe it off before I do the skin work. So that's why I love to do the eyeshadow and the eyebrow first. And I'll be using the liquid one for the wing liner. Don't look up, please. Don't look up. Don't look up.
Sorry.
Just stay.
Don't.
So while waiting for that to dry, then I wipe my face again. Just the bottom line. I think she has a dry skin. Looking at her skin, is it? You have a dry skin.
But
You have a dry skin, but your T-zone area is oily. But this part are dry. So I'll be moisturizing her face. I'll be using this primer.
Sorry, what moisturizer did you use?
The moisturizer I use is this one. What's the name? I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry. Let me bring it closer.
Okay.
Boots.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the primer I use, the moisturizer primer I use is actually from Primark. Yeah, this black one is from Primark. So I got this one in Primark.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So now is foundation type. Looking at Latoya, her neck is lighter than her face. And it's like, it's kind of everybody's thing, because this is the direct where the sun gets direct to. So our face is always lighter than our neck. So when picking your foundation, don't focus on your skin, like don't focus on your face. You have to focus on your neck because both have to blend well. So I'm going to be picking a shade that matches her neck because I don't want to apply something dark on her face and her neck is just standing out to be there, you know. So I'll pick a foundation that is, I'm going to try to make sure it's a neck shade. If not, I'll be mixing two shades together. That's one thing about makeup as well. You might not get your right shade, but mixing two shades together to be able to get your shade. So, but I use different foundation anyway. I use what's it called? I use different shades as I've mentioned. Let me try this first and see. So this is Revolution foundation. They actually, like I forgot to mention that foundations are different type as well. We've got full coverage and we've got normal ones. I prefer to go for full coverage because you use less products and it covers all the imperfection on your face. So with the other one, you have to use a lot of products to be able to cover all the imperfection on your face. So I love to use a full coverage foundation because with that I can work with little products. And before I use this one, I'm going to spray the setting spray on it because it's dry. And I'm just going to tap. I don't know if you can see that it matches her neck.
You've got 5 minutes remaining. Okay.
Yeah, after the foundation, then we are done. You can see, and see the way I'm tapping as well. It goes right into the skin. Let me try and zoom it so they can see that it goes. I don't know if you notice on neck. Yes. Yeah, so it's a real one I picked. And that's why you get to know what shade to pick. On to the other side. And remember to blend the other neck as well. Look up. Up. I'm still tapping the products. Look up. Sorry, I've got a bit of cold. Look up here. Thank you. Just take your time to blend. It's not something to rush when you're blending foundation. So take your time to blend it because it must all come out to be together. So because of time, we won't be able to do the other stuff. But as you can see, what she can do now is she can just apply her powder, like put the powder on it and go out like this. But if you want to do more as a makeup artist, we still do highlighter and contour and some other stuff. But basically for your everyday makeup look, this is actually a go-to and a quick one to do. So I'll be stopping here today. Probably I will finish our face off the camera when we are done with the Zoom and send the picture to Irene later on. But for now, this is where I'll be stopping. Thanks for having me. And I hope you enjoy the class as well. Thank you, Latoya, for sitting pretty.
Thank you for your time, Funke. I appreciate you. For those that don't know her, she's the Miss Ebony Ambassador UK 2018. She won the pageant 2018, and she will be giving us maybe 3 or 5 minutes about her journey. But before we do that, I want to say thank you all for joining. For those that are not contestants that are on the platform, I appreciate you all. Thank you all for joining. And this time is for the Q&A, the question and answer. So if you've got any question you want to ask the first speaker, please put it on the chat box and I will read it out. And also if you've got any question you want to ask Funke, please put it in the chat box and I will ask her. Before the question comes in, Funke, is your turn, please.
Get 3 minutes.
3 minutes for what?
Okay, please can you just explain your journey with us as Miss Ebony Ambassador UK 2018, how you get to join the pageant and how you emerged the winner?
Okay, thank you so much again. 2018, I think we started the journey, not 2017, or was okay 2018. No, I think okay, let me just start. I think after I launched my beauty brand in 2017, and after that, the thing I didn't say about me is I love skills acquisition, as well as I love to impact the youth, especially to give back to my community. I've been doing that since I was young, when I was in Nigeria. And you know, coming to the UK as well and meeting the Miss Ebony is like a dream come true for me. So my first business, I started my first business when I was in uni. That was in Nigeria. And the business is actually when I come over for holiday in the UK, I buy things, then I take it back to Nigeria to sell. So along the line, I came here fully and exchange rate was bad and I couldn't like do that again. But before I left Nigeria, I enrolled myself into a makeup school because I love makeup, I love fashion. But the little time I had, I enrolled myself into a makeup school. I enrolled myself into a jewelry. I was learning 3 things at the same time while I was doing my youth service. So after work, I just, you know, divide my days. Maybe Monday I'm going for makeup, Tuesday I'm going for bead accessories, Thursday I'm going for, you know, bag making. I just do that. So when I came here and, you know, everything happened to be that I have to start my home brand by God's grace. So after I launched my product in 2017, I've got a mentor called Veronica Olabisi, and which is now Miss Ebony, like the founder of Miss Ebony Mentor as well. So that's how I got to know Auntie Irene. And when I saw that the charity, because anything beauty pageants, I'm not going to lie, I've never tried it before. And my own aim of beauty pageants is you're going to wear bikini, in which I haven't got body for that. So when I was like beauty pageant, I'm like, this is not where I belong to. But Irene actually took her time to explain this is not a beauty pageant. This is a charity organization which deals with skills acquisition, and anything skills, I'm just going to fall for it. So when she said skills, I was actually interested, and she was like, we're going to learn sewing. Is like I said, I love fashion. You're going to learn bead and everything. I love to learn. Like till now, I still pay for makeup to learn more about makeup. I still pay for things to learn more about things just to get better. So I fell in love with the idea of skills acquisition and with the idea that we are going back to our country, you know, to give back to the people. Like that's all we should do as a woman. Like we should always remember to give back to people, and we should always remember where we are coming from. So that actually like gave me more inspiration to want to join. But seriously, when going into Miss Ebony, I didn't ever like, not even in my imagination thinks that I'm going to be the winner. I was just going because I just launched my product. Like I'm going to meet new people. So I was going to, you know, network with people and to learn the skills that they are going to teach me. I didn't ever think of winning the Miss Ebony, but I went there with the open mind of mingling with people, you know, just learning and learning and learning. And the journey was actually a very nice and smooth one. I'm not going to lie, because the first time I'm actually meeting other contestants was when we had our photo shoots, and me seeing different people from different backgrounds. I'm like, okay, this is actually coming to reality. From there, I started making friends, and some of the friends I still keep them till now. Like one of them were actually a very good friend, Flores. We are very, very good. Yolanda too, we talk. Kike. So I'm still like connecting with some people I met the first time of joining Miss Ebony. And one thing I learned so far, like general about the process, even before getting to the final stage of Miss Ebony, is you have to be true to yourself. And as Miss Cherry said earlier on, you have to be very, very humble. Yes, we know some people might know something before coming into, but I like to play this card of, I don't know, when I'm in the mix of people, because when I go there with the mind of I know, I won't be able to accommodate more knowledge. So I always go with an empty head of I don't know, because I really want to get more knowledge. So I was there with I don't even know. Even when she was trying to do makeup, if not because there wasn't time for us to do the makeup, I won't tell her that can I do my makeup myself, but because we're running late that day, so I had to volunteer. So I was just myself, and you have to be yourself. You have to also, there's something they call determination. Like, as I've said, I didn't go to go and win, but I'll just go to have fun and meet people. So that was my game. I wasn't having like to fight the battle of I have to be the winner, I have to be the winner. I was just very friendly and just my happy self with people that were there. So on the very day, I was just myself as well. The very day was actually funny because I did like 3 people's makeup on that day. I can remember very well, like this is actually because it's fun. Makeup is something I do for fun. So I didn't see it as a big deal. I was like, we all have to help ourselves, to just get to where we are going to. And that was my own focus. So when I emerged the winner, it's just like a new phrase for me, like, is this a dream? Like, I could not even imagine, I'm not gonna lie. And all I was thinking is my grandma at that point, because I was raised up by my grandma, and she's always saying that sometimes opportunity comes and you're not even prepared. But when it comes, you have to take it with your whole heart and take it with the faith that it's God. So when that thing happened, I'm like, I'm not going to win, and I want, like, I can't even imagine, like, I won the Miss Ebony. I was just grateful to God, and I said to myself, anything I need to do to support Miss Ebony, because it's a new experience for me. I've never done any beauty pageant, and because sometimes I'm not this kind of person. I just think that I'm not very bold talking to people, publicity. I'm always trying to draw myself back, even though sometimes they're like, you're talkative, but still, I still believe Mr. Bonnie gave me that wings of confidence again. Like, I was able to stand in front of people to answer questions and to talk and to dance. It was all fun for me. So, Ms. Ebony, apart from the skills acquisition, you going there is another level of things for you. Even for me that I've been there, it's a platform that create awareness and even help you with your self-esteem. And after winning, the process still goes on, even everything still goes on. I went to Nigeria, we had a skills acquisition again. We visited a lot of places. We give back to the community by God's grace. And I can't even thank God. Like, during the process of Miss Ebony, I was able to launch my own foundation officially, because I've been doing it underground, but it was an opportunity for me to launch my Afunki Foundation. And I'm not going to lie to you, I've not been making noise about it. I've been working underground, because after we had the skills with Miss Ebony, I raised money for a girl. I don't know if I told Miss Irene about this, but I raised money for a girl. I saw her that she had a good passion for sewing among all the contestants, and I raised money for her to to get her some equipment, no, to enroll her to go to a proper fashion school. And by God's grace, when she sent me a message that the fashion school actually helped, I was happy. Last year again, I raised money to give some people food and shelters in some local places in Kwara State. I'm from Kwara State, so with the help of my friends in Nigeria, I told them to go to different states in Kwara State to help me share money and food for people. And by God's grace, I will still be doing it this year. I don't want to, but this year my aim is to raise money for people, like people that are in public school, to pay some school fees for some people. So that's my aim. But in total, Miss Ebony is one of, I can't forget Miss Ebony when I'm talking about myself or even about my journey in life, because as I've said, you learn every day. You gain things from people every day. Even from the youngest kids, you can gain from them. So that is my own little journey about Miss Ebony. And always believe in yourself as well, and be focused, be consistent with yourself, and be truthful to yourself. I think that's the main aim, because I'm always me. I don't like to pretend to be someone else. So all the best to all the contestants, and good luck to Miss Ebony. You've been doing amazing well. Like, I keep watching and I keep thanking God for the progress, because I can remember when we were there, and now this is 2021, and I pray God Almighty we keep uplifting the Miss Ebony, and we get more sponsored by God's grace. And all the best. And remember, even though we are not the winner, you're still a winner. Please don't have that I'm not winning and then that's it. No, please, everybody is a winner. This is just like there is a prize, or let me say there's a title on someone, but you all are doing amazing well and you are all winners. So all the best, and please keep connected with each and every one of yourself. We don't know, connection matters a lot. It matters a lot, please. So all the best, and thank you so much for the opportunity again to have this talk. Mr. Irene, thank you. I can't hear
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Funke. Yeah, I'm so excited looking at how far you've come. It's quite nice seeing people that you work with grow. My passion is to see people get to their greatest potential. Like, I don't want to leave this earth like with things I've got inside, instead of me to share. I'm not the kind of person that thinks that, oh, you will take my customer. You know, it's not true. Anything you have, just give to others. Whatever they become, they will always remember their source. Even if they don't remember, God will bless you in any other way. I don't know, some of you in the platform, maybe you're not Christian, even if you're Muslim, the same God is the same thing that is applicable to everybody. Funke talking here, she's a Muslim, but she has a heart of giving. And that is what we want everyone, all the contestants on this platform to do, to have the heart of giving. Winning or not winning, just have it in mind that I want to help the community. As she said, it's not just today or just not what we're doing today. Your character, everything counts. She can testify to that. Your character counts. And as I said, we always tell the judges that, oh, this person has been good. So they might have like 5 people among the people. They want to hear from us. How is this person's character during the period of the event? So everything counts. So I want to say thank you again, Funke. You've actually like spoke our mind, and I think those that have you here, let them hear. I'm talking straight to the contestants. And for every other person on board, I think we've learned the eyebrow thing. Like, personally, I'm not a makeup person. I'll go back and watch it and see if I could draw a proper eyebrow. Thank you for your time. And there's a question here that I will quickly ask you before we leave you, and we'll go straight to the next person. I actually saw a question from someone asking how can she, a quick one. She said, sorry. Thank you, Funke. Hearing your story has given me a lot. No, not this one. I'm looking for another question. Oh, sorry, can the person unmute herself? Looks like it's okay, I've seen it. How can I keep my skin from getting greasy and 1 minute and ruining my skin? So how can I keep my skin from getting greasy and ruining my skin?
Thank you for the question. Why is greasy is because you put lots of probably setting powder, or maybe you haven't properly prepped your skin. And that's why I say moisturizing your skin and knowing the type of skin you've got matters a lot. If you got a dry skin and you use a mattifying foundation and then you now set your powder, you know, some people like we are baking. That baking of a thing is you putting setting powder for so long. All these things will make you to crease. So what I'm going to advise you to do is make sure you have a good prep underneath before you apply your foundation. And if you're oily skin, as I've mentioned, don't try to use, if you're dry skin, I mean, don't use something mattifying again, like a mattifying foundation. And we are trying to do the highlight and contour. That's why the problem is use less product underneath your eye. That's when you use the less product. Don't bake, just set your powder with, before you set your powder with the setting powder, you can use your normal powder to tap into the highlighted area, then go in and set your powder, but dust it immediately. Don't leave it to bake. So that will help you in order for your skin not to get creasy again. I hope I've answered your question.
Thank you so much. I will put your details.
Absolutely.
So if anyone have more questions, they can ask you directly. Because of time, I will quickly go to our next guest in the house. She is Yolanda Musa, and she's also one of our contestants, 2017, right?
2018,
2018. Okay,
yes,
it's also
yes.
Funke said, sorry.
Yes.
She's a contestant, 2018 contestant also. And she's also someone I've watched grow. She's now run her own business. And she's someone that is into pageantry. When we mean pageant, she's done like 4 or 5 pageants. And let me not speak too much. I will give the floor now to Yolanda Musa. over to you. And a quick one, she won the Miss Ebony Miss Creativity. So she stood out in terms of how she displayed the skills that she's learned. So over to you, Yolanda Musa.
Thank you, Irene. Thank you for the warm welcome. Good evening, ladies. Nice to see you all. And nice to see some familiar faces too tonight. Nice to see Funke. And yeah, so Irene, nice to see you too, and Miss Pokanyi as well. And I've seen a few faces here. But yeah, first of all, congratulations, ladies, on getting this far. It's something to acknowledge, to make this decision and take part on this journey. It's something to be proud of already, and I look forward to seeing what you girls, what comes out of this, and what I look forward to hearing your stories in the future as well. Trust me, this is just the beginning of what's kind of a life-changing experience. So just congratulate yourselves on making that decision today. So just a bit about me, as introduced by Irene, my name is Yolanda Musa, and I'm from Zimbabwe. So born in Zimbabwe, moved over to the UK when I was about 9, and I've wear different hats. So I'm full-time, I'm a project officer, but part-time I'm also part-time model and then part-time fitness coach. So yeah, as mentioned by Irene, I recently launched my online fitness business. So lots of things going on behind the scenes, but more specifically with pageants. I think I did my first pageant in 2015, and actually my decision to sort of embark on a pageant journey was just to push myself out of my comfort zone. So I think I'm one of those people who really feared going on stage, speaking to an audience. It wasn't my thing, and there was a side of me that wanted to challenge myself and put myself and like conquer my fears. So that's actually the reason why I said, I'm going to try this pageant. And part of me, so I've got a sports background, and part of me is really competitive as well. So I do like to, if I see a challenge, I like to take it on. So I think people don't often see that sports and beauty pageants, they're quite similar, because there is that competition. And if you've got like competitive drive, I do sort of enjoy that element of it as well, and that element of taking on a challenge. So those were some of the reasons anyway. I knew I was facing something that I was afraid of. So that's one of the things I think, for example, coming on stage, performing a dance, delivering a speech, those are some of the things my friends in school would never believe I did or I've done in pageants. So yeah, it was just about stepping out of my comfort zone. And I just wanted to echo what Funke said about, just through beauty pageants, you just make connections, you make friends. So there's so much to the process, so much more than the actual day. It's not just about the day when you take part in the competition. There's that build up leading up to the final event. So for example, Miss Ebony was unique in the sense that they had the workshops. We had the workshops leading up to the event, and I loved those because I was learning so much from the workshops. So as Rinky said, like, part of pageantry is learning and just putting yourself in a position where you're open to learn. So for example, there was a baking workshop, and at the time I didn't think much of it. Like, I learned to bake, which is not something I was doing much before. And then I actually chose that as my skill for the pageant. And I made these cupcakes to the theme of the World Cup, because around then it was the World Cup. And the reaction I got from baking those cupcakes was really positive. It was just seeing sort of the joy it brought to people when they tried them and they really enjoyed them. And actually from then I've continued baking for my family. So it's something that, you can embed into your life. It's not just skills for the pageant, just doing competition. It's something that I've carried on doing. And the hair workshop as well, that was one of the workshops run by Miss Ebony. That's the first time I've even attempted to try do hair. And since then, I've just been thinking, like, these are the skills that, if you just learn yourself, then you don't have to sort of depend on someone doing your hair or someone baking for you. You can try these things out yourself, and you can teach your children. And these are just that, that was the unique thing about Miss Ebony. It kind of, encouraged me to try new things and learn. So yeah, so I just really want to encourage you ladies to embrace the whole experience. And like Funky said, it's not you're all winners already. It's not just about winning the crown. It's about, you know, embracing it from the start of the journey. From now, just taking on every opportunity, networking, getting to know people. You will make friends, and often lifelong friends, people that you stay in touch with. I've met Funke and other contestants after the pageant itself. So it's just hang on to those people, because you know, you never know what someone's doing later on in life and how you can connect and build networks that way. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of wish you all the best as well, and really thank you for having me today. And yeah, I'm open to answering any questions that you ladies might have as well. Yeah, also wondering if there's any Zimbabweans in the house, because I'm being from Zimbabwe. Please do show some love.
The funniest thing is that
everyone.
the lady from Zimbabwe is not here at the moment, but I want to say, feel free to connect with anyone that is on the platform. I'm talking about the contestants. Feel free to connect with Yolanda. She's doing a lot. When I mean a lot, you could learn a lot from her, and she's really experienced in pageantry. Although our pageantry is a bit different, but you will definitely learn something from her. And feel free to connect to with Funke, and also the first speaker. Maybe some of you joined late. She actually also owns her own brand, and she's been with us from day one. That's Cherry Berry. She owns her own brand. She'll be putting her details on the chat box. And let's try to support each other in terms of using our products. I've tested their both products. I've used Afunke's product, and I've used Cherry's brand. Let's try and buy our own brand. They are as good as any other brand that you can imagine. So in doing that, we'll all grow. Like Yolanda Musa, she's now a fitness coach. We could support what she's doing. That's how we all grow together. I appreciate you so much, and I love seeing people grow, and you've really done well for yourself. So well done, Yolanda. And she didn't really say much about her pageantry experience. She's won different titles from different pageants. She's someone that all the pageants she's been to, even if she did not emerge the winner, she's gone home with something, and very rewarding. And that has actually shaped what she is today. So if you have any questions, still put it in, but she will share her details. She'll put her details in the chat. If you want to ask her anything in terms of how do you think a pageant, because some of you, I saw your videos, the way you're standing, it's not your fault. You're all new into the process, but she could help you and tell you, oh, this is how you should even sit, even when you're talking. Everything starts from now. It's quite unfortunate that we are not seeing each other, but everything counts. So I know that from the first feedback I gave you guys in your video, some of you have really improved in it. So that's how we grow. But if you need any advice in terms of pageantry, feel free to speak to Yolanda. Feel free to speak to Funke. Funke is like, I would say she's now like a brand or a face of Ebony. She knows everything that has to do with Ebony. So feel free to speak to all the people I've mentioned. Once again, I want to say thank you, Yolanda. I appreciate you for coming on the platform. And I don't think there's any other
Irene, you're on mute. You've gone on mute, Irene.
Sorry, I didn't know when I clicked mute. But that's about it. Thank you so much for coming on board. Please drop your details on in the box so that they could contact you if they want to. Quick one for those joining us that are not the contestant. Once again, I want to say thank you for joining us. This is how we're going to end today's event. If there's any other question, we'll put our contact details. We have several workshops coming up. This is just the first of 7. We've just done the makeup. There is sewing, there is beading, there is hair braiding, there is a knitting. I've forgotten the order. There is beading, but we've got 6 more remaining. So if you want to be part of all this, please let us know. Drop your contact so that you get the notification of when we are doing the other workshop. But we are setting off next Wednesday at 6. That's baking. Truly, Yolanda won the creativity category through baking. She put a lot of effort. She took time. She actually ended up like doing what's it called? She did she filmed all she did. Like she filmed baking the cake from the beginning to the end. So she did like a slideshow showing herself in the kitchen where she's doing it. As I said, on the grand finale, you only have like just 3 to 4 minutes to display what you want to display. But she took time to do video from the beginning of baking the cake to the end. So she did a slideshow to show the audience. That made her to win that category. So in all, I just want to say that put every effort to what you're doing. It's not about the winning. It's not about the crown. Just put effort in everything you're doing. It will all count. For instance, if you end up being very good at baking, I could give you contracts. You start making money through baking cake. So it's not necessarily the crown or you winning the crown. You could see Yolanda now doing things at home. At least she added to their menu at home. So it's always come handy. I'm talking too much. I would like to end here. Funke, please put your details in the chat so that they can copy. If anyone wants to speak to you later, they can. Yolanda, please put your details in the chat. If anyone wants to say anything, please signify. You can raise your hand to say something. And in the next 5-10 minutes, we'll call it a day. But I will advise the contestant to wait. Any other person can leave. But if you want to say anything, even if you want to say thank you, you could still raise your hand and just say something to our guest that we have today. And I want to say I appreciate Cherry. She spoke first. She's somebody that has been with us, come what may. I appreciate you so much, Cherry Berry. God bless you for supporting my vision. So if anybody wants to say anything, feel free, unmute yourself and say something. Yeah, thank you, Yolanda, for putting your details. Funke, if you want to put, if you have anything you want to say, any last word for the contestant, please do.
I just want to, like I said earlier on, continue to encourage them. We've all said the same thing. I think Yolanda, okay, I met Yolanda. Yolanda is the girl with the flashy hair like myself. She loved colors. I met her the photo shoot. She was in a blue hair or purple hair.
I think blue hair, blue.
Yeah, she was in a blue hair. I remember that day. Yolanda, she added me on Facebook, and I think I'm following her page too, her beauty page. We are friends on Facebook.
Probably Yolanda.
It's Cherry Berry.
Cherry. Okay.
Yeah. Cherry Marshall. Yeah.
Oh.
So
I love the makeup.
She was in a blue hair. Yeah. The year that you went for Miss Ebony, I was there to do your makeup. Remember?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
It's just like an encouragement. Stay on. The journey may seem long. There is no success that is not long. If you want to cut it short, then you are not succeeding. Yeah. Like I said, I'm counting 5 years, but I'm not where I want to be at the moment. But then, like I said, because of have a vision. If you don't have a vision, then you can drop on the way. For those of you who are not here when I was saying, have a vision. Don't come to Miss Ebony. Like you hear Funke also saying she loved craft. So she had a vision. Her vision was loving craft and she wanted to do something with craft. Even though she has actually launched her brand then, she had a vision. She loved craft. It was something she wanted to do all along. So that was what drew her to Miss Ebony. So she wasn't going to fail, even though if she wasn't going to win. So we should all have a vision. So if you've just come here today and somebody just told you, oh, go to Miss Ebony, that person who said, go to the Miss Ebony beauty pageant, from that moment you've come in now. So from now, have a vision, see yourself. What do I want to do with Miss Ebony, even if I don't emerge as a winner? You understand? We can all be friends. We can all talk. We can all feed on others. You understand? Like I said, Afunke now owns a shop. She contacted me, Cherry, I own my own shop. Can you send your products too, so that I can put it in the shop? My products are in her shop. She met a Sierra Leonean through the pageant. I see them. They're like twins, the two of them. I see them all the time. They work together. Imagine, since 2018. They shoot videos together. They do advertisements together. So don't shy away. Like we said, connect with each other. It's not about the crown. It's about the friendship you make. It's about what you learn. It's about the skills you take with you. You don't have to do business, to be honest. You don't have to do business, but you can use it to bless somebody else's life someday that will come back and say, oh, this person led me to this. And you will feel proud for that one life you've made a change in. So that is just my final word to you guys for today.
Oh, thank you so much, Jerry. I appreciate it. Quick one, I can see another hand up. Grace, please, can you unmute yourself and say
Yes,
something?
hi everyone. Good evening, everyone. I just want to first of all start by saying thank you to all the speakers. I've really been encouraged, and you've made my day. Let me just use that word. Having to work with those that have like minds, and those that have same passion with you. I mean, it's just so interesting, and I really want to say a big thank you to you for sharing with us your experience and how to go about this whole thing. And then I also want to say a big thank you to the organizer, Miss Ebony Ambassadors. I mean, it's just a great job, and I really covet this hard work, this commitment, and not just being committed but consistent. It's something to be committed, is another thing to be consistent. So I really want to say thank you for this opportunity, and I do pray that God will help us to covet this would I say covet these skills, and be able to grow, not just about winning like you said, but being able to get these skills and being able to transfer them and help the community, most importantly. And thank you every other person around in this program.
Thank you, Grace.
Thank you. We can't hear you.
Thank you, Grace. Yeah, I appreciate the time that you've given to this project and also coming on board as the contestant. A lot of people wants to be part of this, but they don't even know how to go about it. They are so afraid. But I try to encourage people, letting them know that I personally, I respect people. I love dignity. That's the reason why I did not put the pant and bra in this contest. Personally, I don't know why beauty queens should wear pant and bra. Why they invent that, I don't know, because I thought like you should you should cover your body as a lady. It's your dignity, or it makes you the lady that you are. So for pageants that wear pant and bra, I don't know the reason why they are doing that. So that the fact that you guys have taken time out to be part of this journey, I want to say enjoy the ride, and win or no win, we are all winners already. The fact that you are out to be part of this, I know that you guys want to be agent of change. So well done. Still, I want to say congratulations for being part of Miss Ebony. It's a journey, and you actually at the end you will come to say, oh, thank God I was part of this. And I've actually, truly from your videos, I've actually started seeing the improvement in your videos, because a lot of people that I think, oh, that cannot talk, but when I watch a video, I'll be like, is this person? So you people are in a journey, and I could see you growing. So once again, I want to say well done. Anyone that is not a contestant could leave if they want to, because we want to have a brief meeting with the contestants. I want to say thank you for joining. As I said, we have the next workshop next Wednesday. Yeah, next Wednesday.